All right, we want to welcome everybody to the official Put Up or Shut Up 24/7. This is an event that has been, kind of blown up in a matter of 2-3 months. But what we want to do today is have the opportunity to bring everybody together. We want to introduce the barbers. Some of the barbers is going to be representing on June 10th. But again, this is just something to bring everybody, together and put it out in our industry that, we have a lot of talent in South Jersey. But what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to start with introducing everyone, some of the contestants in the Put Up, Shut Up competition.
We got Earl Davis out of Sicklerville. We got Eda Barber out of Williamstown. We got L out of Lindenwold. We got Phil out of Millville. We got Myron out of Wildwood.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to be asking questions that I know a lot of people out that's viewing this going to want to, know based on some of the things, how some of these guys got started, how, where they're at in their career. We have barbers that's been in the business. I know for a fact Earl, 20 plus years, Eric, 20 plus years. We have a lot of talent in this room, and we're going to try to get it out that, South Jersey, we are something to be reckoned with. And like I said, we're going to ask some questions, and hopefully you can get a chance to see it on a DVD that's going to be available at the show itself on June 10th. Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to start off by asking just a general question to each individual about how they got started in this field. And I'm going to start with Mr. Earl Davis.
I guess how I got started in the field, I always liked to draw. I was considered an artist coming up as a young man, and just cutting hair just was, a family thing. My grandpa did it. One of my uncles were barbers also in Vine, and that's how I kind of gravitated to it, because I used to watch an older guy cut hair in the barbershop. His name was Charles Hunter, and I observed Charles Hunter cutting because I was in the barbershop for so long. That's how I actually learned how to cut hair, by watching him. And he never really taught me what clipper did this or what did that, but I used to watch how he used to artistically cut hair back when I was a young man. So that was kind of conjured my interest in wanting to do that, trying to apply my artistic ability with cutting hair and trying to mesh them together to give people a cut that they were looking for. So that's how I kind of started, got my interest in doing it like many years ago.
I think I got started cutting hair pretty much out of necessity. I used to live near Tri-City Barber School on 12th and Grange. I used to go in and pay my $5 to get my hair cut by the students. And I had a particular guy who was a student I liked to cut my hair. He wasn't available one night. And he had a female, nothing against the female barbers, but they had her on the floor this particular night, and that's all that was available. I wanted to get in and get out because I've been there for a while. And a quick box with a step turned into a 2-hour haircut with 2 teachers around there, with a railway part hair, and a step was like all even on one side. And I was just so frustrated. I just asked my grandma to buy me a pair of clippers. She bought me some clippers, and that turned into 1 clippers and a comb cutting the whole hair ahead, to buying a kit full of everything and just practicing on all my cousins and neighbors. And then I had a buddy who lived next door to me who turned his whole basement into a barbershop named Terrence up at 61st and King Sessa on Upland Street. If anybody from Philly sees this, you know Terrence from Upland Street. Terrence used to get that bread. I swear it was like Broad and Lehigh, man, the way traffic used to work in his house, man. He had it set up with like chairs and a stage and lights. And one day, waiting for a haircut from him, he pulled me to the side and saw my interest and sat me down, showed me what the master did, what the outlines was for. and just showed me that if I had like an artistic eye for what I saw on a person's head, that I could do it, and I took it from there and just ran with it.
I would think I started being in the barber shop back when I was a young fella, because I was in the barber shop practically 24/7, as I can remember. My grandmother was still cutting right now on Chancellor Maple in Newark, New Jersey. So I learned everything in the barber business from, as far as cutting. But once I was able to rip around and run as a kid, I was at the barber shop every day, cleaning. And I started to grow a passion just for being in the barber shop. And I started growing a passion for what I seen my grandmother, Tony Stevens, do. And I was about 14, and I said, I want to do what my grandmother do. I want to cut hair. I want to make people feel good about getting their hair cut by me, the same way I seen her do. So, me being in the barber shop every day, my first thing was boom, go to school, go to my practice, go to this, do that, and get to the barber shop. And from there, I'm at where I'm at now. And where I started at was in Newark, New Jersey at Ebony Barber Shop, owned by Tony Stevens, who is still there now in Chancellor Maple.
I started with the passion of hair as a child. My mother, Lucia Robinson, she's been licensed for over 30 years, so hair always been around me. When I wanted to actually pursue cutting hair as a barber was when my mom had a beauty supply store called Philip Michaels out in Pleasantville, and I would see works from brothers like KB and Mr. E, and I always wanted to do that, you know what I'm saying? I always thought it looked nice, looked cool, and my passion for drawing was another incentive that helped me work towards being a barber. Now, in college, I always cut hair. That was a secret talent I always had, but I never really wanted to pursue it because I really didn't see me doing that. And then when I finally got in the shop in 2010, I worked for my Uncle Eli out at Exclusive Barbershop in North Camden, and I got to see how much passion and how much love for the game of barbering that I was seeing within him and the other barbers, that same passion and drive that I had for other things such as basketball and school, all of that wrapped into one, into being a barber. So that's where my passion for the game came from.
Basically, where I began, short and sweet, I worked for the city of the place where I'm from, Wildwood. I used to go to the barber shop. I used to sit there 3-4 hours waiting for a haircut. One day, my ex-boss asked me if I wanted to start cutting hair. I was like, you know what? I don't really know how to draw. I was like, I never cut hair before. I was like, but I'll give it a shot. Went to school, was in school. They never really showed me too much. I used to come right from school, drive right to the barber shop. I used to sit in the barber shop for hours and just watch. One day, the barber shop was pretty packed. He told me did I want to start today? I said, yeah. The kid that sat in my chair, he wanted to blow out. Of course, all I knew how to do was shape-ups. Didn't work out too well. He ended up looking like a spotted cheetah. But he actually got up and he said he had the best haircut he ever had in his life. So from there on, I just got better and better. And just from there, I moved on, got my own place, and that's where I'm at today.
Barber, they give themselves the title of a master barber. What is your definition of a master barber?
I guess that's a good question. I think, honestly, a master barber, you have to look at a few things. To know for one, you have to know all type of haircuts. You have to have dealt with all type of haircuts. One thing that would really make you a master barber in a professional opinion would you would have to first be licensed. I know it's a lot of guys that aren't licensed but still want to have the title of a master barber. And that's good for you to say within yourself, but the industry is not going to look at you as a master barber until you first acquire your license. I say that because there's a lot of guys who are not licensed, but they should go get your license. And this is an encouragement for you guys to do that. Just don't settle with, I'm cutting hair well. Be a master barber, especially in the state of New Jersey. You have to learn everything. You have to learn cosmetology, you have to learn nails, you have to learn makeup, You have to learn how to do women's hair, and you have to learn barbering to be a licensed barber in New Jersey, and which is good. But a master barber, he just has to know how to cut all type of hair, whether it's black, white, Chinese, Spanish. That would clarify you, I think, as a master barber. And time, like they say, 3 years is considered a person who could be a master barber. But if you can learn all of that in 3 years, then I think that would probably bona fide you as a master barber.
Okay, L from Buzz Cuts. What makes you different from any other barber in the area?
Well, I know a lot of barbers from the area. I know a lot of barbers from a lot of areas. What I feel would probably make me different is my passion for doing what I do. And that's cutting hair, making the customer feel like, wow, I gotta go see my man L. Or they wake up in the morning, they thank God, they brush their teeth, and they say, I gotta go see my man L. And get through the week, or 2 weeks, or whatever. I think what makes me different is just my passion for making people feel good about how I make them look on a day-to-day basis.
Phil, how do you know when you gave somebody a good haircut or the perfect haircut?
Glad you asked me that. My definition of giving someone a great haircut. For one, a person that can appreciate a man's haircut is his woman. 9 times out of 10, a woman don't really know what she may or may not be looking at within a haircut. It's the blend, evenly smoothed out. It's the all even, good, no loose ends. The shape up, you know what I'm saying, insinuates his facial features. So to me, my personal opinion, that I know I gave somebody a good haircut is when they get out my chair and they go see their lady and she wants a honeymoon. So that's why I know I gave somebody a good haircut.
E, barber extraordinaire. What would you like to say to some of the up-and-coming barbers in the industry? If you had to give them some advice, or if you want to just give them a couple words of encouragement, what would those words be?
First of all, respect your craft. I see a lot of guys, walking around talking about the color or the outline or what he used to define the line. But these same cats won't spend the time of day to go and get licensed and appreciate and really show respect for what they do. They hang in front of the shop. They still got the street mentality, hustling, disrespecting the clients, loud, obnoxious music. Just make where you work and what you do a respectable thing, and make your establishment a place where your grandmother, your grandfather, your kids can all come and appreciate where they are, what they're getting done in a safe and respectable environment. Appreciate the craft. Show more respect for your craft.